Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I'm joined by producer and co-host Doug Weishuttle. Doug, what's up?
Another really busy week, not only in sports, but also with the sports betting, the business sides of everything. It's been crazy.
Oh, it's been great. Let me tell you something. The NFL's in full swing. Some great playoff baseball. Hockey started. And, of course, the Jimmy Butler show in the NBA. What a crazy – that's absolutely nuts.
You know, it's the nature of the business now. It's the only way he can get a trade is by being a jerk.
He's shooting himself out of town, isn't he? Wow,
he's wanted out of town for God knows how long.
And they forced them to close down practice too.
And the media availability, no one took interviews, no one answered questions, no one did anything. But again, it's the only way when the team doesn't want to trade a player and the player doesn't want to be there. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, I just don't understand the thinking on either side. But like I said, it's the way business is done now.
I'd trade him to a place where he doesn't want to go. Maybe he'll be someone else's problem.
Well, he's got a no trade. He can veto the trade.
Really?
Yeah. That's why ridiculous. He gave a list of all the teams he wanted to go to.
Well, he wants to go to Miami. I know that.
Well, he gave the list of Miami. I think, wasn't it also Brooklyn and New York? The Knicks and the Nets?
I think there was also the Clippers were involved or something like that. I don't know.
For a time, the Clippers were involved, but not right now. But, it's... busy week, especially in Vegas. G2E is going on.
Yeah, the big
casino industry trade show.
Yeah.
And this year it's all about sports betting.
Yeah, and congratulations to Borgata. They were awarded Property of the Year. So good for Borgata.
Well deserved, too.
Absolutely.
Well deserved.
Well, like Doug said, it's been a busy week in sports. So let's take a ride on the Turnpike. And this week's trip down the Turnpike is sponsored by the Michigan Online Lottery. Choose from over 50 different online lottery games today, including their new Halloween-themed games, all online at the Michigan Lottery. And now get 10 free games of Queen of Diamonds when you sign up using our promo code Radio10 at MichiganLottery.com. That's promo code Radio10 at MichiganLottery.com. Must be 18 years or older, a Michigan resident, and in Michigan to play online.
Exit 1.
And we're going to start off with our sports betting exit. New player in the game of sports betting.
That came out of nowhere, by the way. I
wasn't expecting it. Maybe other people saw this coming. U.S. bookmaking must have seen it coming because they made the deal.
Yeah, congratulations, New Mexico.
New Mexico will be the fifth state to have legalized sports betting when they open up the Santa Ana Star Casino Sportsbook on October 16th.
I really thought Pennsylvania or Rhode Island would get that coveted fifth spot. But
I have no confidence in Pennsylvania whatsoever. I don't know what Pennsylvania's doing, but it's a partnership between U.S. Bookmaking, which is a Nevada-based sportsbook operator, and the Santa Ana Pueblo Indian tribe. Mm-hmm. They're going to do a full-service sports book that's going to allow gamblers to bet on everything from the NFL and NASCAR to college sports and even minor league baseball.
You know, it's interesting. They're allowing bettors to put money on the in-state schools like the University of New Mexico and New Mexico State.
Which is a no-no everywhere else.
Yeah, no.
Well, I think that has something to do with it being a tribal land.
Yeah, no, it's something about a Class 3 gaming license.
In New Mexico, this is how they're doing this without having to do any kind of state legislation to legalize sports betting or activate sports betting, whatever you want to call it. The tribal casinos operate under Class 3 licenses, and in New Mexico, sports betting falls under Class 3 gaming. So no change in the law has to be made. The state's going to watch this carefully to see what happens, but right now, the Santa Ana Star Casino is going to have a short-lived monopoly on sports betting once this launches because the other tribal casinos are going to jump all over this.
You know, it's interesting. The Santa Ana Pueblo does not have to give money to the state, so I don't think the state of New Mexico is making any money on this.
I'm sure there's going to be something there.
I think they hope to boost tourism, but I don't think they're directly getting money from the revenue of the sports book.
Well, let's see what happens. Again, there's got to be something in the compact that some money goes somewhere to the state. So we'll see what happens. And like I said, the state's going to be monitoring that. Moving on to, you mentioned Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's the one I thought was going to have the fifth spot.
Well, Pennsylvania just issued two sports betting licenses. One to Parks Casino in Bensalem, and the other one was over in what was
Dauphin County.
Dauphin County,
which is a Hollywood casino.
Yep.
You know, it's interesting. These two casinos already had to pay $10 million just to apply for a license.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how they spread that money out, because if you look at it over 5 years, they've already got five applications, and that's $50 million to the state. You know, if you spread that over 5 years, they're making money already.
Sure.
That's almost rivaling Jersey.
Yeah.
In terms of money coming in.
And the tax rate is what, 38%, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So,
but they're getting them to pay. They're going to do it. So
hey, if they can get the money, yeah, whatever.
So Pennsylvania's slowly getting their stuff together. I don't know when the sports books are going to open up. I think Park said something. November?
Park said something in November, and Hollywood Casino said a few months down the road. So whatever that means.
Which means probably new fiscal year, January or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. So,
you know what? I think now I think they're going to gear it for the Super Bowl.
Probably. That makes the most sense, especially if the Eagles or the Steelers make it.
The way
I don't think either of those teams are going to make it.
The year those
though.
two teams are having, I'm not too sure about that one.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But moving into New Jersey, today the results, the monthly results of sports betting figures are going to come out, the revenue figures.
Yeah, we haven't gotten them yet, but
For
a little bit of a tease.
Yeah, from Dave Rebuck over at the Division of Gaming Enforcement when he was at G2E.
He's their chief regulator.
He's the chief regulator. He told the audience at a sports betting panel in G2E that the revenue figures will not disappoint the industry, and he called it stunning. So that's a nice little tease from him.
I can't wait to see what that is, because let's be honest, August, and that was without football, they brought in $95 million.
The handle was 95,
which is enormous.
I think it's going to be fun to watch, because you even got a little tease from Sugar House. Sugar House let it slip a little bit. They put out a leak that they doubled their amount because of sports betting. Play Sugar House's revenue of the online casino, online sports book together, everything doubled, but they said it was mostly due to sports book.
Play Sugar House fascinates me because, you know, they have a New Jersey license, but they're not even located in New Jersey. They're a Philadelphia casino. They're right in the middle of Philadelphia. And for some reason, and I don't know how they did it, good for their lawyers.
They partnered with resorts. They partnered with resorts.
Good for them.
So, again, it's everything is slowly starting to pick up steam. I say slowly, but it's moving really fast. I mean, I've never seen an industry jump start like this. As soon as that ruling came down from the court, it took a little while for things to get going, but once they hit the ground running. And my God, this stuff is amazing, just the way these revenue figures are coming out. A couple other things to take a look at. Scientific Games bought Don Best Sports. That's a statistical and live action stats supplier, pricing company, that sort of thing, that helps the sports books set their odds and the prices for the over-under and the prop bets, all that stuff. So basically this merger here basically is what it is. Scientific Games and Don Best, they are now going to be a one-stop shop for anyone who wants to do a sports book. You hire Scientific Games and Don Best together, you're going to have everything at your fingertips. You don't have to get another party giving you stats, another party giving you pricing. This is one-stop shopping, and this actually may change the face of sports betting again, which I think this is just a really smart move here.
I'm waiting to see other gaming companies do things like this, because it seems like a natural fit.
It is, and also this follows on the heels of what SG did with Caesars. They did a partnership where they're going to be doing the sports betting technology framework for their casinos in New Jersey and Mississippi.
Yep, and they're getting Don Best Sports, I guess, now.
Exactly.
With it
now. They're getting everything all together with that. And last but not least, this snuck through, and I found this the other day doing some show prep, that if and when California ever gets sports betting, MGM has already made a deal with the United Auburn Indian community for a sports book, a sports betting venture, both retail, mobile, online poker, online casinos. Thunder Valley.
Okay, I know.
We've had Don Clayton on House of Cards before. before I think it was like 2 years ago, and another Jersey girl.
Yeah.
So Thunder Valley is all set to rock and roll with sports betting when and if California ever decides to pass the sports betting rules.
Exit 2.
Now, we've heard all these rumors about the Rio. The World Series of Poker is going to be leaving the Rio. They're looking for a new home. They say they're going to be in the brand new Las Vegas Convention Center in 2020. And right now, the Rio has been on the block for God knows how long. There have been so many different rumors surrounding it. And now, here's another one, and it's a really juicy one, too. The rumors out there that the Rio will be demolished for an MLB, a Major League Baseball stadium in downtown Vegas.
Wow. I can't believe the Rio is going to be demolished. I mean, that's just mind-boggling to me. I can't picture the Strip without the Rio. I mean, it's
obviously
look,
Caesars and World Series can.
Yeah, well, lots of other iconic places have bit the dust, but the Rio, wow,
Rio may be the youngest one that might be demolished. So that it's an interesting rumor that's out there. I don't know how true it is. I mean, this is based upon real estate ventures that are happening around the property. So everyone's assuming, since people are buying the real estate around it, something really definite is happening with that property called the Rio.
Well, what's the latest on Vegas getting a baseball team? I mean, don't they need to get a baseball team before they even start knocking things down to build a stadium?
Major League Baseball has come out and said Las Vegas is a viable expansion city. We'll just keep an eye on that one. That's a nice new rumor, and it's actually probably one of the best ones out there.
Exit 3.
We're going to head over to Australia for this exit. Our turnpike stretches across the world.
Yep.
There's a national debate going on in Australia over a gambling advertisement that was put on the sales of the Opera House. The iconic site, the Australian Opera House.
Conical,
the modern shape looking building on the water there.
On the water.
Yeah. So what happened was I want to get the name of it right here. The Everest Cup horse race. Thank you. Put an ad out, and they made a deal with the Opera House, and the Opera House put it out. And a lot of the patrons of the Opera House, I guess is what you call it, or the historical history lovers, or whatever you want to call these people, got into an uproar because they didn't want gambling on the historic sites. They said it denigrates the historic site itself. So,
well, are these people donors? Because if they're donors, their voices are going to be heard.
Well, it's interesting because I don't know. I mean, what happened was the ad was announced. It was immediately, there was an outcry. It was taken down before it was even really put up. And, the Prime Minister, I think that's what they call the person here. Let's see. Let me get their name right. The New South Wales Premier, she ordered the Opera House to honor the advertising deal and put the advertisement up. And it's going to be put up on October 13th. Now, that was announced last Friday that they had to do this. By Monday, there was a change.org petition.
What is that, a petition site?
It's a petition site. It's a petition site.
Really? They have a petition site?
170,000 electronic signatures.
Wow. That's
by Monday.
That's pretty,
by the Monday following the Friday order.
That's pretty big.
So, it sparked a problem gambling debate in Australia, too. I never knew that Australians lose more at gambling than anybody else in the world.
Really? Okay, well, then maybe they have a point. But, look, hey, you have to – they made a contract. They should probably honor it.
Well, they are. They've agreed to do a toned down ad which takes all the betting things out of it. It's just a picture of the horse race. But Australians, they lose an average of $990 per person.
$990 per person
in Australia. Even that takes the entire population.
I don't know too much about casinos in Australia, I guess horse racing is a big
Horse
thing
racing
there.
is big. As a matter of fact, horse racing is the national sport, according to some of the gambling entities out there. But $990 per person, that's U.S. dollars. It's different in Australian money. The next closest country is Singapore, $650 per person.
Wow.
And that's...
Is the U.S. up there? Or?
No one's anywhere close to these two.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so Australia in 2016-2017 fiscal year, $16.7 billion American dollars was wagered in Australia. So that's just an incredible number, and it sparked a nice debate, but I don't see a problem with it. I mean, the Opera House has already done stuff for the cricket series and the Rugby World Cup and all that, but I guess this is really the first gambling entity that's advertised on it.
Well, I'm sure you can bet on cricket. I'm sure you can bet on the other things that they're advertising
Nothing
with.
as blatant as the
I guess so.
horse
I guess
race
it's just out there, huh?
Well, the ad or the original ad was going to have how to bet on it. Too.
Oh, okay. There were instructions on how
Yeah.
to bet. Maybe if they just
That's what
put
they're
the
doing.
horse race on.
That's what they're.
Okay.
That's what they plan on doing now. So they're gonna put it up and it's going to air one day, October 13th, the day
So
before the race.
what is this? A television ad?
No, it's a
radio ad?
No, it's on the side of the building.
Oh, you said it was going to air one day.
It was going to be. It was going to. I used the wrong word.
Okay.
So it's going to be put up.
Oh, it's going to be posted
on one
one
of the
day.
on one of the fans of the Opera House.
Okay.
So it'll be fun to see exactly what the result of that's.
By the
gonna
way,
be.
that's what they're called, fans. I know I called it a conical shape, but
They're
that's
called fans.
They're called fans.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
See, you learned something here.
Yeah.
Exit 4.
Okay, we're going into the world of fantasy football apps, and I think this one is probably one of the most unique and probably one of the most, I think, smart apps to do. CBS Sports, with a deal with Google, has released what's called the General Manager on Google Assistant.
Now, Google Assistant, is that like, the Alexa thing? Is that like a speaker, or is that something on your computer?
It's the little speaker. It's the Google version of Alexa.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I need all the help I can get in fantasy sports and in sports betting, too. So I'm curious to see how good these things are.
Well, what it's going to do, it's going to give everyone who has a Google Assistant and a CBS Sports Fantasy Football account.
Okay, so you need to sign up for an
You need
account.
to be playing CBS Fantasy Football.
Okay.
I don't know if it's free or not. I've never played CBS Sports Fantasy Football. I'm assuming it's free.
Mm-hmm.
But this may be a charge. I don't know. But it's going to be you can personalize this so that gives you the guidance for what you want to do for your teams, for your fantasy teams. You're going to be able to ask your questions: who should I start? Who should I bench? Who should I pick up? Who should I trade? That sort of stuff.
Okay. I want to ask a question now. So if I have a Google Assistant and I have this general manager thing, I'm going to ask it, who should I start for this Sunday's game? But the problem isn't everyone that has this app and has this fantasy football program asking the same question? Isn't it giving the same answer?
Well, you're going to be able to. You're probably going to have to tell it what kind of budget you have too.
Okay. Well, I guess it'll know who you drafted.
Right. It'll have your team already.
It'll have your team already there. So
Now,
this is not a daily fantasy.
This may be season long.
Okay.
So, and this is provided with real-time sports data, too. It's the CBS Sportsline data, which is a computer algorithm that projects outcomes for every sporting event. And before you even ask the question, yes, they're anticipating sports betting with this app.
Good.
So they're thinking ahead.
Well, like I said, I have Alexa. So I'm wondering if there's a skill that is equivalent to this. Because, I can ask it, what are the betting lines right now, but I mean it doesn't go into the players or the things like that.
No, there's nothing like this on the market.
Yeah.
So CBS is thinking ahead. Is thinking really ahead when it comes to the sports betting aspect of this because this is real time data, real time stats. So you're looking at in-game betting. So this is a great step here.
I think so.
So all right, that's the trip on the Turnpike today.
And this week's trip down the Turnpike is sponsored by the Michigan Online Lottery. Choose from over 50 different online lottery games today, including their new Halloween-themed games, all online at the Michigan Lottery. And now get 10 free games of Queen of Diamonds when you sign up using our promo code RADIO10 at MichiganLottery.com. That's promo code RADIO10 at MichiganLottery.com. Must be 18 years or older, a Michigan resident, and in Michigan to play online.
All right. To get in touch with us, you can call or text the show at 609-512-6510. That's 609-512-6510. We're at Turnpike Sports on Facebook and Twitter. Feel free to message us on either place. And you can email the show at info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Don't forget to order your International Bikini Team calendar. info@internationalbikini-team.org is the email address for your ordering information. And you can catch the show. It's distributed through iTunes, iHeartMedia, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube. And pretty soon you're going to be seeing a new iTunes app for the show with a new logo for Season 2 of Turnpike Sports.
Yeah, next we have our pick segment. But you did a great job last week. Did you go 3 for 3?
I went 3 for 3 or 3-0, however you want to phrase it.
Well, 3 for 3, 3-0, whatever. You went perfect.
That may be the high point of my season.
Yeah, and this week's Pro Pick segment is sponsored by Tropicana Casino. Now get $15 bonus money plus up to $100 real cash back when you sign up for a new account at TropicanaCasino.com with promo code Radio15. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Hey, this is Dave Weishottle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. The Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City has hired a new president and a marketing executive. The Garden State Casino requested licenses and residency waivers for new property president Joseph Lupo and new vice president of marketing Jeffrey Hook. Pennsylvania has approved the first 2 sports betting licenses in the state. The Gaming Control Board granted licenses to the Parks Casino in Bensalem and the Hollywood Casino in Dauphin County. Parks Casino announced it hopes to have sports betting up and running by November, and Hollywood Casino stated that their sportsbook should be open in the next few months. Sports betting is coming to New Mexico. On October 16th, the Santa Ana Star Casino and Hotel will open the state's first legal sportsbook. The new book is a result of the partnership between Nevada-based company U.S. Bookmaking and the Santa Ana Pueblo tribe. A spokesman from U.S. Bookmaking said bets will be taken on colleges located in the state, allowing people to bet on the University of New Mexico and New Mexico State. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports.
A real abandoned prison in Philadelphia becomes the #1 haunted attraction in America. Terror Behind the Walls at Eastern State Penitentiary, presented by Lukoil, with a new infirmary attraction for 2018. Are you brave enough to opt in for a more intense experience? You could be grabbed, sent into hidden passageways, and even separated from your group. Save $10 with coupons from any Lukoil location. TerrorBehindTheWalls.com.
Join us at TropicanaCasino.com, where you get more everything. Sign up today with promo code Radio15 and get $15 bonus money plus up to $100 real cash back. We have more than 200 games to enjoy, plus new and rewarding promotions every week. Come experience what TropicanaCasino.com is all about. Enjoy your favorite slot and casino games, including Cleopatra, Wheel of Fortune, Blackjack, and many more right here at TropicanaCasino.com. Us 21 over and located in Jersey play. New patrons only. Terms and conditions apply. See TropicanaCasino.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We'll get right back to the show, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about Bean Genius. How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at BeanGenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at beangenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to beangenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at beangenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. beangenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And for your viewing pleasure, 6 free spicy movies on DVD. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. So go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. Again, that's BABE16. Because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
Back, Turnpike Sports. Now it's time for the pick segment where Doug went perfect last week. I had a little hiccup.
Yeah,
I won one.
You know, I chalked that up to just being lucky more than good, or I could just toot my own horn and say I was good and not lucky.
Hey, you won a little cash last week too.
Won a little cash
good.
on it,
That's
so
good.
it's always good when the picks pan out. Yep. And I have to be honest. That was my very first winning week, and wow, did I win that week! 3-0.
Hey, good for you, man. I was 1-2. So,
yeah, I've been actually keeping track. Right now, I'm starting to catch up to my win total here. I'm 7-8 on the season.
I kind of cheated a little bit last week because I went with the LA Rams over the Seahawks. I said they were going to do better than the 7-point spread. I got a little nervous, and I bet the money line, so I still won on that game, but they didn't cover the spread.
No, but, that was a smart bet.
I know.
You know, that's what this is all about, smart betting. Bet with your head, not just your phone.
Yep.
All right, we're going to start off. As usual, we have 3 picks each, and the picks will be put up on the Turnpike Sports Radio Police Blotter. Turnpike Sports Radio blog. You go to turnpikesportsradio.com and click on the blog button, and these will be up in about maybe an hour or two after the show publishes. So feel free to take a read on those, make fun of us, put comments on them, put in your own picks. You know, whatever you want to do, and they're going to be posted. Also, we'll put them up on Facebook and Twitter the day of the games.
Any tips anyone has will be greatly appreciated. Well, I one thing about betting is I want to get as much information about the games as possible before you put any money down. So.
Well, any good information.
Well, any good. Well,
yeah. Don't just say the Bears suck or the Jets suck or something like that. Well, they do sometimes.
Actually, you just mentioned 2 teams that I'm actually picking.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, let's go right to the picks. I hope
they don't suck.
Well, hey, I here we go. The first one is Chicago Bears at Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I have this one too. So you want to jump in on that? Go ahead.
Bears are a 3-point favorite, and there's an over/under of 42. Now, I took a little research. Chicago's 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games, and Miami is 1-6-1 against the spread in their last 8 games. Right there, that tells me Chicago should win this one. But after seeing the last couple of weeks, Miami looks horrible lately, and I don't know why that is. They started off really good. Maybe it was the level of competition they were facing at the beginning of the season here, but once they hit the Patriots, they just like hit a brick wall, and they just have been bad. Yeah, and so Bears are coming off a lot of rest here, And with the way Trubisky's finally playing, he's playing like he should have been last year. He's playing at a consistent level now. Looks really comfortable. That defense with Khalil Mack.
Let me tell you something.
Raiders fans still have to be just so disgusted.
I think Khalil Mack will be living in the Dolphins' backfield. I mean, Ryan Tannehill will be feeling Mack's presence all day. So
it's going to be a really long day for him. I wonder if he's going to be able to do another. What's Khalil Mack been doing? He's been doing a sack and a forced fumble almost every game now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he had one this game. So, I think he's going to make life for Ryan Tannehill terrible that Sunday.
Well, let's see what happens.
I'm taking the Bears, too.
I'm taking the Bears. Both of us are doing the Bears with the laying the points.
My next one is LA Chargers at the Cleveland Browns. This is surprising. The Chargers are a 1-point favorite on the road with an over-under of 44.5. I mean, like I said, this is very surprising that the point spread is just 1. I think Phillip Rivers is having an excellent year, and I think he has enough to beat the Cleveland Browns. I know Cleveland Browns, like everyone loves the Cleveland Browns. They're starting to win. They're turning it around, but I don't think they have enough to beat the Chargers. And this is basically a pick-'em game, so I'm picking the Chargers.
Well, I have to admit, it's fun watching the Browns this year ever since Mayfield took over, but if you look at the way they've been playing, I think they've won and lost every way possible in the National Football League. They've won in regular time. They've lost in regular time, won and lost in overtimes. So
I don't get this 1-point spread though. I mean, what are people seeing? Is there a problem with the Chargers all of a sudden? Or
Bosa's still hurt. So,
I think they have enough to beat the Browns without Bosa.
Well, I don't think they wanted to give it a pick-'em anyway.
Well,
they wanted some kind of action on this game, and maybe they're going to get it with the -1. That's going to change that kickoff anyway.
Oh, probably. It's probably changing now.
Probably is. All right, my next game is the L.A. Rams at the Denver Broncos. Rams are a 7-point favorite, and there's an over-under of 52.5. Now, the Rams lately have looked a little shaky. They haven't been playing as well as they had been at the beginning of the season. But they've won all their games by outscoring everybody by 15 points or more, and the 7-point spread here with Denver there. Denver just doesn't look good. I saw them against the Jets. I don't even know what that team is all about. There's no defense. There's no offense. Case Keenum.
I'm not a fan of Case Keenum. I don't get what everyone's saying about him.
I like Case Keenum more than I like Kirk Cousins. Let me put it that way. And I don't think he fits that offense, to be honest with you. I just see them, just not playing well at all, and I just don't see them having the firepower to stay with the Rams offensively. I think you're going to see a big offensive output by the Rams, so I'm going with the Rams and laying the points.
What's the over and under on that one?
52.5.
Wow, okay. I bet you the Rams will score that by themselves.
They may with that defense of Denver, but like I said, I just don't see Denver being able to keep up with the Rams. It's going to be probably more than 7. So I went with the Rams.
Well, my next game is the Indianapolis Colts at the New York Jets. The Jets are a 2.5 favorite at home with an OU of 45. Let me tell you something. Like you alluded to, the Jets are coming off a great win against the Denver Broncos. I mean, the question now is, can they put 2 good games in a row? And I think they can. I mean, their run game came alive. Darnold is not making mistakes. I mean, he had a couple of great throws. And let's be honest, the main reason the Colts are terrible. So the Jets should pull this one out at home. I'm taking the Jets and laying the points.
Well, that was a game I stayed away from because – speaking as a Jet fan, they have never, ever won the game following a big blowout win like that.
Really? Well,
look what happened earlier this year with the Lions.
Yeah, but they're playing a terrible team coming out of it, and I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna run, and then don't make Darnold win the game.
Honestly, the way Darnold played last year, he could win the game.
Well, last week.
Last week. So that might end up being a smart bet. It's about time they broke that string where they don't play well after a big blowout win.
Look, they have confidence, and they're playing a terrible team. I can't stress enough how terrible the Colts are. And I think the Jets are at home, and I'm surprised they don't have a 3-point favorite, but
Well,
I don't think people are too convinced in the Jets yet.
Well, they are facing their old quarterback. Frank Reich is the coach of the Colts. He was a quarterback for the Jets.
Played.
He was a quarterback for the Jets for 1 year.
I forgot he played with the Jets. I know he
1 year he came in for Bubby Brister.
I remember him playing with the Buffalo Bills.
I remember that. Didn't he have that one spectacular playoff game?
Yeah, he had the comeback.
Yeah.
The big comeback.
I think that's still the largest comeback, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So he was the author of that, but he's playing one of his former teams. So it should be interesting to watch, see how he's received in that stadium. I wonder if anybody really knows he was actually a Jet for a while.
I didn't.
A short while. And, I gave you a little ribbing for taking the Jets. Here's the game I really wanted to stay away from, but I couldn't. Kansas City Chiefs visiting the New England Patriots. Patriots are a 3.5-point favorite, and there's an over-under of 59.
Wow.
Now,
which, by the way, is a huge over-under. I think it's the third largest over-under in, I think, the Super Bowl era.
It might be. Yeah. It might be.
I saw it was 59.5 earlier today.
Yeah, it's been moving. So, but the spread is still 3.5. Right now, Chiefs are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 road games and 5-0 in their last 5 overall. I love the way the Chiefs are playing. It's nice seeing an Andy Reid-led team doing so well, but he's one of those quarterback gurus that and Mahomes there is playing lights out every single week. They're getting it done in every way possible, and as for the Patriots, they're the Patriots. They're going to play well. They're going to play well,
and they're home. And then I saw this stat where Bill Belichick is undefeated at home playing against a quarterback under 25.
23-0.
Okay, and Mahomes is 23. So
yep.
I love stats like that.
It's a line.
It's like something I'd never even think of.
See, everything tells you can't go against the Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm going against the Patriots. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Ooh,
with the points.
Wow.
So, I really, like I said at the beginning of this, I wanted to stay away from this game, but I just think the Chiefs are playing so well. This might be their breakout game here, where they make a statement saying, we're here.
It's a Sunday night game, and that's when, unfortunately, that's when the Patriots shine too. But this is the Chiefs' big chance to really show the world and show the NFL what they're made of, and that they're a legitimate playoff team.
Well, I'm going Chiefs with and the points there. So, all right, I think we did 3 teams each, right?
Yes, we did. And this week's Pro Pick segment is sponsored by TropicanaCasino.com. They have more than 200 games to enjoy, plus new and rewarding promotions every week. Come experience what TropicanaCasino.com is all about. Now get $15 bonus money plus up to $100 real cash back when you sign up for a new account at TropicanaCasino.com with promo code Radio15. 21 years or older. Terms and restrictions apply. Problem gambler, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And remember, all our picks are going to be put up on the Turnpike Sports blog, turnpikesportsradio.com. Click on the blog. They'll be up within about an hour or two of the show being released. Again, my picks, Bears, Rams, Chiefs.
Mine is Chargers, Bears, and Jets.
Don't be afraid to comment. Send in your picks, too. Give us your opinions on what you're seeing with the NFL, and we'd love to hear from everybody. Info at turnpikesportsradio.com, Twitter and Facebook at Turnpike Sports. And the phone number for the show, you can call or text us, is 609-512-6510. So that'll about do it for this week. Everybody enjoy the baseball playoffs. Enjoy the football over the weekend, both college and pro.
Hey, you know what? Next time when you hear us, we're going to have some NBA stuff because they start this week, right?
They start this week, too.
All right.
So this is going to be getting even busier.
Well, like Doug said, have a great week, and see you next time on the Turnpike.